Well, welcome back to Your Carolina. It's time to work it on a Wednesday. We've got Miss Natalie Marzouca from Studio M, Makeup by Marzouca. And here's the thing, ladies. You spend so much time in the morning or whenever you're going out putting on makeup, you want it to last a little bit.
Exactly.
So Miss Natalie has got some great tips because I've got so many questions because I know I always do it the wrong way when it comes to certain setting powders.
So a lot of my clients, you know, they always come to me, they're like, my liquid foundation's not lasting. Maybe I need a different liquid foundation. I'm like, no, that's not what you need. It's not necessarily the liquid foundation, but it's how you're setting it that can make all the difference. So what I love, I've been recently using these OPV beauty setting powders. They come in 3 different finishes, translucent, medium, and deep. This is what you want to do when you finish doing your liquid makeup. You just want to take a little bit on the tip of a brush, tap off the excess, and here's the thing.
So show that to the camera. You see, that's not a ton. Like that's not, I'm scared I'm probably like dunking it in and getting
very little.
So, okay.
And now you just want to literally tap and roll on the skin. Tap and roll. The biggest mistake most women make is taking their brush and swishing it.
Yes.
And what does that do? It disturbs the liquid.
Yes.
So anything liquid would be disturbed. So anything that's liquidy on the face, you want to just set to make sure it's nice and matte. So just press and roll and very little bits of powder. Now when it comes to underneath the eye, the trick is to use a beauty blender with the powder, but to use it damp. It actually adheres the powder better to the skin when you use a beauty blender that's damp.
I use that to put on like the
And you can, yeah, just wash that off and then go in with the powder while it's still a little bit damp, and then set underneath the eye with the powder right there in a patting motion. Everything should be done in a patting motion to ensure that it's packed in there, so you're gonna get the most longevity out of your makeup that way.
Now, why do I even need a setting powder? Why won't it just stay on?
It's just going to help smooth everything. So this powder is really finely milled. It's going to help kind of diffuse light, diffuse the pores. It's kind of like the icing on the cake. It just helps to kind of seal everything down, so that way it prevents a lot of the oils from coming through.
And then how do you know? Because there's so many options. Like what color or what kind?
It used to be that most makeup companies, you know, only had translucent, but now they're starting to realize that, you know, different shades, you know, require different types of powder. So for most people, you know, you can use a translucent, but I prefer to kind of mix in the medium with a deeper shade, depending on what places I want to highlight. So I'll take a translucent and actually highlight right in here, and I can also take the deeper color, the medium colors, and actually mix them in the pan together and create like a nice glow.
Like your own little thing.
Like your own little thing, exactly.
And so you didn't do her whole face, you just do a couple places?
Yeah, you typically want to do just like the T-zone. So the forehead where we get the most shine, the bridge of the nose,
like right
and
there,
the chin, exactly. You can still leave like a little glow right here on the tip of the cheekbone, but you definitely want to mattify the center of the face where you get the most shine. So when you take pictures, you don't have a shiny look on your skin.
The shiny look, because what was funny, I was in Sephora, I think, the other week, and there were these 2 girls talking. They didn't work there, but they were just shopping, and they were like, "Now, are you looking for makeup for Instagram? Or are you looking?" I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was just so funny. Like, now, if you're going to use, you know, if you're taking pictures on Instagram, you'd want this one. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we cannot be buying 9 different kinds of makeup."
No, exactly. Yeah, and you want your makeup to look good not only in pictures but in person too. Exactly. Yeah. And the cool thing about the OPV beauty powders, they have an ingredient to it, new technology. They're actually creamy. They're not chalky on the skin. They don't leave that dry, dusty, powdery look on the skin. These powders really melt into the skin. That's why I love using these powders.
You know what I mean? Like we've all made
that was the thing with the powders back in the day. They were looking really chalky, and these are just super smooth. They melt right into the foundation, and they can even be used alone. So if you wanted to use them just alone, you could. But I love using this on top of my liquid, so it sets all day.
I love it. Look at all the tips that we learned from Miss Natalie. If you would like to learn more from her or have her do your makeup professionally, there's how you get in touch with her. Find her on Instagram too. She's always posting great videos. I'm like, ooh, I want my eyes to do that or that. So you're fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for modeling today, girl. You did a fantastic job. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with more Your Carolina.